I've been seeing a lot of people on here giving parenting rules for when they become parents. So I thought I would poke at a few that are super important to me, and I hope you find them helpful. This list is obviously not comprehensive, but the first one that is going to be the most relevant to the most amount of people today is no devices. I'm not saying that there's never a time for a device or that every device is inherently evil. However, giving your children a phone or an iPad or a television as a way to entertain them, to pacify them, to occupy their time is almost always going to be harmful, and it's going to lead to problems that you're going to have to pay for later. All right, this next one is a follow-up rule to no devices. It's to show that devices and things like that are tools to serve a particular purpose. So again, when I say I wouldn't give my child a device, it doesn't mean that there's never an appropriate context for them to use the device. For instance, we have a little girl and she is not allowed to pick up and play with our phones. Phones have a purpose though, and so when we're calling grandma or when we're looking at pictures of the family, that is an appropriate time for her to sit with us and participate. Talking on the phone is an appropriate use of the phone. Taking pictures on the phone is an appropriate use of the phone. So these are certain things that she's allowed to participate in with us, not whenever she wants, but to show that there is a right time to use a device. And so I think that's an important distinction. Next rule, learn to be bored. This is so hard. And again, it follows up from the same idea. When we're giving devices as a means to pacify or to entertain, we are denying our children the opportunity to learn to be creative. And creativity blossoms out of boredom. If your child is never bored, then they are never going to learn to use their imagination. In fact, the constant dopamine hits that they're getting from devices is stopping and stifling their ability to flourish their imagination. So I would, again, allow them to be bored. When they come to you and they're looking to be entertained, to ask them to figure it out. All the time, my daughter comes to me and maybe she wants to be picked up, or I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm not able to do that. If you just wait long enough, all of a sudden I'll find her on the couch with a book, singing to herself, and this is what I want. This is the right kind of behavior. The next rule is a bit of a hot take, which is allow your children to be weird. And here's what I mean by that. What looks weird as an adult, if your child drops what they're doing and starts singing at the top of their lungs and dancing in public, it looks weird. If they do it as a child, it really is a display of confidence. It means that they're not afraid and they don't mind acting out exactly who they are without any fear of repercussion, and that is a good thing. All right, next rule is never be afraid to try something new. We want to encourage curiosity and experimentation in our children because, again, it's going to stretch them, it's going to refine and develop their character, it's going to build excitement, it's going to be how they discover things that they learn to love. But if they are generally fearful of trying new things, then you're just never going to get those results that you want to see. And the last rule I'm going to share is that my children are not allowed to not like something that they've never tried. Right? I don't think anyone really likes hanging out with someone that's picky. It's just not fun for everyone. Everyone ends up accommodating to something, and no one minds accommodating to needs, but when you're accommodating to something that's not necessary, it becomes annoying. And pickiness is a byproduct, a lot of times, of not liking something that hasn't even been tried. And this could be food, this could be experiences, and I think it's just framing language. Using words like not like versus maybe I'm not sure if I like it, or I haven't tried that before. Again, it's helping reframe for our children an appropriate way to be introduced to new things without fear or disgust, which is a common first reaction for kids if they haven't been trained. So again, this is not a comprehensive list of rules, but I think it'll be helpful. So give it a try one day and let me know what you think. If you're liking what you see here, hit that follow button, hit like, hit share, and let me know what you think.